Guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today I have 3 secret immigration pathways based on real, true stories from the people that I know. Personally, they shared these stories with me. Now, they do not want to share their stories on camera for obvious reasons, because there are some things that they don't want to be talking about. But I decided to make a video without identifying those people. That's going to be extremely helpful for you, and it's going to be for everyone. It's going to be for everyone if you don't even have work permit, or if you don't have a job offer, or you have a job offer. These programs would be really interesting for you to find out, because these programs are based on real experience of people who actually took advantage of those programs that Government of Canada offers, and they came to Canada. Or did Canada take advantage of them when they came through those programs? Let's find out. First story, guys. Well, this is a story of a refugee. Next ones are going to be of workers. Let's start with the refugee. The boat. A guy joined a navy back home in attempt to immigrate to Canada. No language, no ways to immigrate to Canada. Really wanted to come here. Joined the navy for that, just so that he can make it to Canada. Bribed a government official to put him, an officer, army officer, to put him on a boat that goes through Canada, that docks in Canada while going somewhere else. He was assigned to that boat. So, the boat docked in Canada. He took his marine passport, and, well, guess what? He walked out of the boat and asked for asylum. And you think the story ends here? No, he had a family. He had children. How do you bring your family to Canada? Meanwhile, his wife put a strategy on how to come to Canada by not actually going to Canada. She booked the tickets to Cuba or something through a flight that goes through Canada. How awesome is that? When the airplane landed in Canada for transit to go for another airplane, she walked out from the airport to the government officials and asked for asylum as well. Now, it's been about 20 years. That person is Canadian citizen now, living a pretty happy life here, but that's the story that I've been told on the most craziest way on how people got here. Now, another story, guys, is including a sweatshop. Different kind of story where you work really hard to get your immigration done. But let's say you don't have a job offer. You do not have anything in Canada. You don't have the language skills. You don't have money to go and study, as an international student. And you're like, hey, Igor, how can I immigrate here? And then there is a story of a guy who actually did it. He found an agency in Ukraine. There apparently recruiters came from Canada, from Alberta, the place where I live, and they helped them. I don't know if they charge money for that. That I haven't been told. I bet you they probably did. Knowing how Ukraine operates, that's where I'm from, they could. They definitely could, but I don't know. Anyways, what happened is the recruiters hired a person to go, and actually a bunch of people from Ukraine, and apparently not Ukraine only, even Jamaica and other countries. They go all over the place. They hire people from all over the place. They hire those people who are ready to work really hard for almost no money. So very low income, very low paying job, and very stressful. But what do? It's a meat factory in Alberta where they literally kill cows, chop meat. You're covered in blood. You're covered in, all that grease that's coming out of the cows on the factory. And literally hundreds or thousands of cows, I don't know how many they do here in Calgary, every single day get slaughtered there. And then beef goes all over Canada on your burger, sandwiches and everything. But basically, here's the situation. The recruiters came to Ukraine, they provided accommodation to that person, and to other countries too. Then they bring these people here, and then they offer them to stay somewhere. They stay crumpled up, and I don't know how many people in one apartment, and sharing the space and everything. And, they're staying like that in such a difficult, uncomfortable condition. They have to work there for a year or two. without their families, because their families are back home. Most of the times they cannot bring their families here right away, so they come here without their families. They get them an LMIA, and then they get them the job offer, and then they come here and they work those jobs. You're like, hey Igor, that's an amazing thing, where do I apply? Well, the trick is that it's a hard work. You work really hard for a year or two to get your immigration done for almost no money at a village somewhere in Alberta, far away from a big city, and you are in a different country and you're stuck with the people who are just like you, and it's very stressful. That is also an immigration way, guys. There is a immigration program that covers it. You can get your permanent residency, and that's how immigrants have to come here. Sometimes that's the only option. Of course, they quit that job right away after they get the immigration done. Of course, they by that time know the language, and of course by that time they get better jobs, and of course that same company needs more people now to hire, because nobody wants to work for that kind of employment here in Canada, guys. It's really stressful. So that's why that machine keeps on going and keeps on bringing in people to Canada to cover their employment shortage. Next part, guys, is another way a lot of people immigrate, especially from Asia. They like that way. I don't know why, but it's probably better than working on a meat factory and being covered in blood of cows. But it's being covered in something else, and helping people with disabilities, wipe their butts off, help them move around. They help them to get on the toilet, off the toilet, bathe them, take shower. Yeah, it is a living healthcare giver, and people need help. Now, do I want to go and help some disabled person that is not my relative do this kind of thing? No, unless it's a very good money, but they don't pay much. And here's where government of Canada says, hey, we got you covered. And they offered the immigration program like that for live-in caregiver provider, and a lot of people come that way. Now, you don't get paid much. Now you get bullied, you get harassed, they're even sexually harassed sometimes in some cases. Of course, Canada is addressing this situation to make sure that doesn't happen. They made an open work permit so that now you can change your job, find another job in Canada if your employer is behaving like that. And there is lots of things, including human rights complaints and everything that you can do, and even police complaints if somebody is harassing you like that. But it does not mean it doesn't happen, and it's not the best option, of course, and it's not, seriously, guys, just think about it. Immigrants have to go through this kind of programs. Not everyone goes through this kind of programs, but the stories that I heard, people being yelled at by their families that they're staying, unable to quit their job, even getting, sexually harassed. I didn't hear that stories directly from the people I know, but I heard from the people that I don't know, like somebody told somebody. And what happens is that, you cannot change your employer because your employment work permit is locked, and if you do that, then you don't get your immigration done. Well, let's take advantage of a person who really wants to stay in Canada for a better life, and this is how the programs are built. Now, the government of Canada is, of course, addressing this kind of situation. They are more than aware about these things happening, and they gave a work permit that you can actually change your job, and you can complain about your employer if anything, and you don't lose your immigration status. But still, guys, just think about it. These are not the best ways to immigrate to Canada, but these are the true stories that actually happened to people who immigrated to Canada. And seriously, immigrants require way more respect than they get from a lot of people here, because this is what it takes to get a better life for some people. Unless, of course, you guys watch some of my videos and you have a great English skills, or you have a proper job offer, or you're willing to go through study permit and work permit as a student, and all of those things together. So those are the stories that are a little bit disgusting to me. A little bit. I don't like that. The system is built to take advantage of people like that, to find labor shortages for jobs that Canadians themselves don't want to be doing. But hey, it gives an opportunity for immigration, and it actually, government of Canada is protecting immigrants right now so that you don't get bullied, so that nobody yells at you for no reason, and that you can change your job. And there is institutions you can file a complaint now if you're getting harassed. Anyways, guys, those are the stories. Those are the 3 secret immigration pathways that I don't really recommend for you using, but share your story. If you immigrated to Canada and you encountered one of these programs, let me know, guys. Anyways, all the best, and see you in Canada, and I wish you all the best, and I hope that it's going to be easier than for those people that I told you the stories about. Anyways, bye for now.